Hey, my beautiful friend, I'm so grateful for the honor to co-create today's healing session with you. I'm also grateful for your continued dedication to pursuing the inner expansion that is anchoring your greatest potential into this very real present moment. Our theme for today is root healing. What does that mean? What is that all about? Today's session will explain it, and we'll cover all of that and so much more. The healing modality we will use today is the core work method, which allows us to use applied quantum physics to connect with the zero-point field of infinite possibility. From this space, we are able to release the patterns and blocks that we have outgrown and align with more expansive ideas, insights, patterns that will support us in living the greatest potential for our highest and greatest good. Our root, also known as our first chakra, the base chakra, is the foundation of the physical body. It stimulates vital forces through our body and assists in keeping us grounded to the earth. This chakra is the base of the 6 other chakras. Can we have the divine I Am presence within each of us give us the highest wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what the root is, what it does, what its purpose is? Can we give us that highest perspective, that divine I Am presence perspective on a conscious and subconscious level now? If you want that, just say yes out loud. If we are doing all the spiritual work and we're very much in the sky, our head is in the clouds, but we are not here now, we're not anchoring the spirituality, the knowledge, the wisdom into this very real present moment. That's why it's important to take deep breaths. That's why it's also important to really be mindful where we are, getting into the now, because those qualities, if we are operating from the past or we're operating from the future, we can't fully be here now. And things like, I just want to go home, I don't want to be here. Well, it's usually because there's some kind of block happening in the root. So when we are healing the root, then we can make this present moment our home. Because really, we're going to keep searching and searching and searching until we find it. And if we're not allowing ourselves to live in the present, then we're always going to be searching. For any and all times where we may have had any blocks, any trauma in the root chakra, can we go ahead and have the divine I Am presence within each of us start to show us all the lessons, the gifts, the teachings from those experiences, and then begin healing and releasing and letting go of all the trauma, all the imprints, all the memories that are not serving our highest and greatest good, that are still stored in the root. Can we start to release those now? If you want that, say yes. For any and all times where you may have felt like you were hurt or harmed or violated or abused in any way for any reason, physically, sexually, emotionally, can we show you all the lessons that you were meant to learn from all those timelines? Make it so that you learn them now, so you don't have to keep recreating, so the mind doesn't keep recreating those realities for you. If you want that, say yes. Any trauma that you're holding or carrying from those experiences of being hurt or harmed in any way, can we go ahead and heal and release those traumas from the body, from the cell memory now? So what happens is when we start to experience those types of realities of being abused or hurt or anything of that nature, we start to move out of thriving and we start to enter surviving. So everything becomes about surviving. So people who have blocks feeling comfortable and intimate with others, allowing themselves to be open, feeling like they can be their full, beautiful, divine self, they usually have some stored blocks in their root chakra. So can we have the I Am presence within each of us give us the highest wisdom, understanding, knowledge of the difference between surviving and thriving? Give us the clear difference and what that feels like, what that looks like for the mind, for the body. Can we go ahead and do that now? For any time we were not allowing ourselves to thrive, we allowed ourselves to believe others, people, places, and experiences that define how we are going to choose to live, whether we're going to survive or we're going to thrive. Can we go ahead and have the I Am presence show us all the lessons from all those timelines, begin healing the traumas from those timelines, any conditions and behaviors that you may have inherited from your ancestors to continue these timelines? Can we go ahead and begin releasing those too? If you want that, say yes. For any patterns where you identified with being the survivor and you sort of gave yourself that role, that title in this life or any other life, can we show you all the lessons from identifying with it? And then can we show you how to begin shifting out of the survival pattern into the thriving pattern? If you want that, say yes. Any beliefs that you are here to survive and not thrive, can we let that go? Any vows, obligations, oaths, contracts that you have to that survival pattern, can we go ahead and release that and give you permission to free yourself of it? Any guilt, any shame, any blame, any grief, any resentments and rejections and regrets that you're still carrying and holding on to around that energy that's keeping you in survival. Can we go ahead and release those patterns once and for all as well? Can we remind you that this is what Spirit, your higher self, God, Source, Creator, your I Am presence wants for you, to be free of those patterns? If you want that, say yes. Can we show you who you are, show your mind how to operate, how to function, how to move forward and expand and grow without needing to survive in order to do so? In order to thrive and not survive all the time, we need to release the trauma from certain ages. So let's begin from the age of when you first came into this reality, from day 1 to 7 years old. These are the most pivotal times of our life because we are developing the brain, we're growing. And so any trauma that we experienced in this timeline, if we haven't addressed and healed it, it will always continue to play for the rest of our life until we heal it. What I'd like to do right here and right now, so that the patterns can begin to change, can we have the divine I Am presence within each of us, with the support of all there is, all that is, that source of all that is? Can we go ahead and pull, clear, heal, release, resolve once and for all from all those levels, physical, emotional, mental, financial, and every other way? Can we go ahead and release all that trauma that you experienced when you lived in survival mode? Can we go ahead and do that now? Now we're going to go to the age between 7 years old and 18. Each age, just embracing that child, loving them unconditionally, every pore, every cell, just nurturing them in your arms. I love you. I'm so sorry for what you went through, any trauma that you experienced. I'm so sorry on the behalf of the universe. I am the ambassador of the universe, and I am here apologizing for all those experiences that you may have had that you didn't understand. You weren't sure why it was happening. You don't need to know. All you need to know is that I'm here now and we are healing you. From the age of 18 until now, all those years between 18 and now, I want you to just send unconditional love and just so much light to all of those aspects of you that brought you to this awareness now, to this point in time where you can completely release and let go of every trauma that has been holding you back from thriving. We are so grateful for that trauma for protecting you the best way it knew how for a long time, but we don't need it anymore. We can release it, because what's going to happen is when we release it, then we can start feeling safe again. That's all about safety. The root is safety. It's grounding. It's being here, being present. So from the age of 18 until now, any parts of your body, any parts of the mind, the emotions, energy, finances, everything that has experienced and held on to trauma for any reason, let's show you all the lessons from all those experiences, and we're going to do a massive cleansing and purification right here and right now. If you want that, just say yes. Now that we have started this activation, this healing for all parts of yourself, all timelines, realities, what we're going to do is we are going to release every excuse, resistance, hesitation, pattern of survival once and for all, and then we are going to show you how to connect with the energy of thriving, what that means, what that looks like, and download you with what it feels like in your core, at your root, to thrive again. If you want that, say yes. So my beautiful friend, we went on a very powerful journey together today. I'm so honored to be able to do this type of work with you. With this type of work, we are not only changing our lives, we are changing the world. Thank you so much. It has been such an honor to serve you and support you today. Have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon.